Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 137 of Cameron Sports Podcast. It's your host, Cameron Lindsay, back with another brand new episode. Today's episode, I'm going to be making my Alabama 7A high school football first round predictions. The high school playoffs start this Friday here in the state of Alabama. Like I said, for those of you who may or may not know, I live here in Phenix City, Alabama. I've been doing high school football pretty much almost all season. Talk about a lot of these schools like Central High School, that's right up the road here in Phenix City. Auburn High School a little bit. Thompson, the reigning 7A state champs here in state of Alabama. But yeah, let's get right into it. I got some interesting first round matchups, and we're going to start off with Carver Montgomery at 5-4. They finished the regular season at 5-4. They got a tough first round matchup against the defending 7A champs, the Thompson Warriors at 7-3. This is gonna be, like I said, again this Friday at 7 o'clock. And like I said, these two teams actually played each other this season. The first game of the season, actually. Thompson defeated Carver Montgomery 37-6. Week 1 at home. It was a blowout. It wasn't even close. No. I think Carver did score first to make it 6-0, and then ever since then, Thompson just rolled them. But Carver got some good players. It's just that Thompson is just too stacked. And they're led by their junior 4-star quarterback. That committed to Alabama, Trent Seaborn. Thank you. I don't know why I always forget names. Trent Seaborn, who recently just committed to University of Alabama. He's been playing high school football for a long time because he first started as an 8th grader in the 7A championship game like about 4 years ago. So he won the state championship as an 8th grader. So he's already a 2-time state champion already now. He won. Like I said, he won his 8th grade year. I think he lost in 9th grade and won again last year, sophomore year. So, yeah. And he's still only a junior. He'll be a senior next year unless he reclassifies. If that ends up happening, I'll probably break that news. But, yeah, like I said, these two teams already played each other week 1. I would hope Carver Montgomery, was watching the film, doing what they got to do to get ready for this matchup, learn what they did wrong from week 1. Because, a lot of things changed from week 1 to now, to the playoffs. So, it's hard to beat a team twice. But even though with that being said, I still got to go to Thompson Warriors. Just way too deep of a team. Like I said, the reigning defending 7A champs. Not saying they can't be beat. Of course they can, because they lost to Hoover, Clay Carterville, and they lost to Grayson. Grayson is one of the top 25 high school teams in the nation, according to Max Preps. So that, But, yeah, I got to go Thompson big. Maybe Carver may score a few more points, but I just think it's just going to be too much going against Thompson. That's a tough first-round matchup. It's like almost like if you're in the NBA playoffs, you're an 8th seed team that if you're a team that just got out of the play-in tournament to get to the playoffs, you're an 8th seed, and now you got to go against the number 1 seed OKC Thunder. Yeah, it almost sucks, but it's football. It is what it is, Next up, we got Austin at 6-4 versus Mary Montgomery at 9-1. I don't know too much about two of these schools, but if I'm looking at Mary Montgomery, they're 9-1. So it seems like they're a really great team. So I'm going Mary Montgomery. I just think that, anything can happen, in football. But if you're 9-1, that especially here at the 7A level in Alabama, you're obviously really good. So this game probably may not be close. I got Mary Montgomery. Next up, this one probably could be the most interesting first round matchup, in my opinion. The Hoover Bucks at 6-4 take on the hometown Central High School Red Devils here in Phenix City, Alabama at 9-1 this Friday at 7 o'clock. Some interesting facts that I learned when I was scrolling on social media on my Instagram, Hoover has 27 straight first round playoff game wins. So each time they made the playoffs, they always have won for the past 27 times in a row a first round matchup. And also earlier this season, Hoover, like I said, they're 6-4. They didn't start their season off the most positive way, but in a sport like football, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You want to play your best football towards the end, and that's what Hoover did. They started the season 1-3, but they clinched the playoff spot with an upset win over the reigning 7A state champs, the Thompson Warriors. They won that game by kicking a 55-yard field goal. I was shocked. I did not see that coming. Like I said, but Hoover is a good team. They got great players. One of the players on the team is James Winston's little brother. He's committed to Florida State. He's a 3-4 star receiver. They got other good players on their roster. They got FBS offers. So, yeah. So, Hoover, they got a chance. Like I said, if I'm Central, I wouldn't take them lightly. Even I don't think they will. I think Coach Patrick Nix, the head coach for the Central Red Devils, are going to have Central ready. And one thing about Central, they've been dominating every opponent all season in the state of Alabama. The only team they really haven't dominated is the First Academy and IMG, even though they beat them. Don't get me wrong, they beat the First Academy. That was in Orlando. I think that's Central's best win going out of state into Florida, beating a pretty good team in the First Academy. They won that game, I think, 38-35, something like that. If I remember the score best way I can. But yeah, every team like Opelika, Auburn, Central has dominated. Carver Montgomery, they played Carver Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, Dothan, dominated all of them with ease. Bobby Coleman, Tristan Lyles, Aiden Lyles, all them boys on that team. That like I said, I'm not gonna name everybody because I'll almost take this episode really, really long. But I want to shout out the whole Central Devils team. Even if I haven't mentioned your name, y'all are some extremely talented players. You have a great coach, a great culture at Central High School. All y'all getting FBS offers, FCS, basic offers from college, regardless of any level. Central is producing talent and getting guys to college, and giving them a free education and a chance to even go beyond that, maybe NFL. But yeah, like I said, I just think Central is too talented. This could be an interesting game. I would like for it to be a good game. I think it could, but I think Central is gonna get the win. I just think that they're prime. Like I said, I think they're clearly the number one team in the state of Alabama. So unless they can't take them lightly, because like I said, Hoover beat Thompson, so they can't take them lightly. But if Central dominates Hoover, like I said at the beginning of the season, I think Central is going to make it to the 7A state championship. Now, they ain't going to play Thompson because the way looking at the bracket, Central and Thompson are on the same side of the bracket. So if they meet each other, it'll probably be like the semifinals. So, or the chance to go to the state championship. So we'll see. But I got the Central. I'm rocking with this hometown team, Central Red Devils. Like I said, again, I didn't go to Central. I didn't graduate there, but I live here. And I room for them boys, Bobby Coleman, Tristan Lyles, and them. I want to see them get another ring. So let's get it. I got the Central Red Devils. Next up, got James Clemens at 5-5 taking on Fair Hope 7-3. Games at this Friday 7 p.m. Just like Hoover, Central, Mary Montgomery, Thompson, and Carver Montgomery. Like I said, I don't know too much about these two schools, but again, a team that finished 500, 5-5, going against a team that 7-3. This seems like I said, lower seed school going against a higher seed. So I gotta go with Fair Hope. Next up, got Dauphin at 8-2 taking on Sparkman at 5-5 this Friday. I got Dauphin winning that matchup. Next up, we got Vestavia. Now this one could be a real good game right here. Vestavia, if I'm pronouncing that right, at 8-2 taking on Auburn High School at 8-2. It's Friday, 7 o'clock. Like I said, Auburn, like I said, they have had a good season. They're a really, really good team led by head coach Keith Etheridge. Sorry, Coach, if I pronounced your last name wrong or not. Keith Etheridge. Shout out to him. He's a really, really great coach. Coaching that Auburn team. I think, like I said, on this side of the bracket, I think Auburn has a chance to make it to the 7A state championship because they really don't have to play. I think the hardest teams they have to play on that side of the bracket for what I'm looking is Trussville and Opelika. They already beat Opelika in a close one, so that matchup will be a coin flip. But yeah, but I'm going with Auburn. I've been covering Auburn just about all season on my podcast. Whenever I make my high school regular season predictions, even though I haven't in a while, but next year I'm going to include Auburn High School in my rankings. I'm not going to put them in my final rankings because I don't want to just do that last minute. So the schools I've done, the last rankings I did, I'm going to keep, the schools I have done, I'm going to keep them. But I'm going to add Auburn, Opelika. I'm going to add Thompson, even though they're farther away. But I like covering them, especially on my Twitter podcast page. But Auburn High School, I would like to go to a couple games, at least one game or two games next season, in person. But Keith Etheridge, I think he's gonna have his team ready. This could be a really good game, and I got Auburn winning this game over Vestavia. Next up, we got Florence at 6-4 taking on Baker at 8-2. I don't know too much about these two schools, but I got Baker winning this matchup. Like I said, with the 8-2 record, going against 10 at 6-4, and it may tell you a lot, especially like I said at the 7A level. And lastly, we got Opelika at 7-3 taking on Hewitt Trussville at 8-2. This Friday at 7 p.m. Like I said, this right here could be also a great game too. Opelika's a good band. Have had a great season all year. I've been talking about them a couple times on my show, making my high school predictions here around the Alabama, Georgia area. Hewitt Trussville, I know a little bit about them. They're actually a good team. Like I said, one of the best teams in the 7A in the state of Alabama. They got a lot of good talent on that team. So this game could be either way, but I'm gonna rock with Opelika. Like I said, Opelika is a lot closer than Hewitt Trussville. Opelika is like literally maybe like 30 minutes from here in Phenix City. So I'm gonna go. It's a coin flip. I'm gonna go Opelika. But yeah, these are my first round matchups for the Alabama 7A first round playoffs. Like I said, I'm gonna be rooting for schools like of course Central #1 because that's where I live. Also, and Central, Auburn, and Opelika, them three schools. Definitely like to see, like I talked about them on my podcast, so I definitely would like them see them three schools to advance in past the first round. I would love to see the Auburn or Opelika make it out of the other side of the bracket. I think Central definitely going to make it. I can see them beating Thompson because this season I think Thompson has been very beatable. Like I said, losing to Hoover. And Clay Carterville, but of course they also lost to Grayson. That's no shame in that. But yeah, I think they're very beatable. But I think the favorite in 7A state, Alabama 7A playoffs should be Central High School here in Phenix City. Like I said, they made it to the state championship last year, lost to Thompson 21-7. The year before that, they beat Thompson. That's when they had Cam Coleman, Red Morgan. And them boys, so a lot of talent was on that team that they went undefeated that year. But I think Central is primed for a playoff push because I know somebody like Tristan Lyles, who's the all-time leading sack leader at Central High School. I know he's looking to get another ring. He wants to go out on a high note, and I know he's hungry. So I expect him to be a beast that he is, coming off their edge, dominating the playoffs like he dominated all regular season. And I expect that young talent at Central High School to keep stepping up like they've been doing. Their receivers, the defensive backs, they got some very talented freshmen, sophomores on that team, juniors, like Mike Bass, big tall receiver. I expect them to step up and keep up like they've been doing in the regular season. So, but if you don't have Central making it to the state championship, I just think you're casual. I don't take people like that serious. If you don't have Central making it to the state championship, in my opinion, there's no way. But like I said, this could be a good game. I just think Central just has a little bit more talent than Hoover does and has the better coach with Patrick Nix. But yeah, that's all I want to do. Make my first round 7A playoff predictions. Round 2 next week. I'll make those predictions. Make sure to follow me on all social medias regarding Camera Sports Podcast. If you want to touch down with Cam, give me 300 subscribers. 270 something. We almost there. I feel like it's almost the end of the year. I know we can reach 300. But either way, even if I don't, or when I do, I just want to say I appreciate each one of y'all all year, and I know I'm gonna appreciate y'all next year too when y'all continue to watch and we reach 500 subscribers or 1,000, but at least 500. But that's it for today's episode. I'm gonna catch y'all very soon for another episode because I stay coming with them episodes. This has been your favorite host, Cameron Lindsay of your favorite sports podcast, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Take care.